welcome to the award-winning Eavesdrop Podcast, episode number 138. This episode is brought to you by Upstart and Honey, and I'll tell you a little bit more about them later on in the program. I am psyched. I am excited. I am on Cloud 9, no C9, because I haven't done a podcast in a long time, and also I have my man, mi tocayo, Hector Torres, also known as Repulse.
Yes, sir.
What's Repulse mean?
Repulsive, disgusting, gross.
Oh.
But in a good way, not like,
Wait, he's sick.
like he's disgusting.
He's repulsive.
He's gross, yes. And I just thought repulsive didn't sound good, so just cut it in half.
And you didn't want to do unwanted either, right?
Yeah,
What are we talking? So, you're a Texan?
Yes, sir.
You're 26 years old. You're Texan, Mexican descent?
Yes, sir. Born and raised.
Ya sabía, güey. Ya sabía.
Hermoso.
Where from? What part of family from?
I'm from Laredo, Texas. My pops is from Linares, Mexico.
Linares?
And my mom is from Nuevo Laredo.
Nuevo Laredo.
Yes, sir.
My family comes from Chihuahua, Juaritos.
Oh, wow.
Juarez,
Okay.
Chihuahua. So were you born and raised here? You first generation then?
First generation, born and raised in Laredo, Texas.
Gotcha.
My entire life.
And then, but you say you moved, right?
Yeah, so just recently, 4 weeks ago, here.
From where?
From Laredo. So my entire life.
Well, time out.
Okay.
Because you said, I didn't know Texas got this hot.
Well, okay.
Explain, yeah.
Okay, so before the podcast, I told him, I said, I didn't know Dallas got this hot. I'm used to like 110-degree weather, but I left Laredo to get away from that, and I come over here, it's like 105. I mean, it's better than what I'm used to, but it's still like, I didn't know it was this hot, you know?
Yeah, because Laredo's like, what, southwest?
Yeah, southeast, I guess. It's like right by...
Houston? Or San Antonio?
San Antonio.
So east, so towards the Gulf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm southwest, and it's desert as hell down there.
Yeah, bro, it's dry. It's just it's bad. It's bad down there.
I think that's where I became not allergic, but I got those. What do you call when you scratch a board, man, and you got the heebie-jeebies? What do you call that?
Goosebumps?
No, not the goosebumps, but that feeling of like
ansias.
Ansias, yeah,
There you go.
Ansias.
In Spanish, ansias, yeah.
In Spanish, ansias, yeah. I could have said it in Spanish, but I couldn't say it in English.
I don't even know what it is in English.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
It's like the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
So the way that it happened is I had a dream that I was digging in the dirt.
Okay.
And that I hit cement, and then I scratched. My nails didn't come off in my dream. But ever since then, like I'll be flipping through a book, and then all of a sudden, like, it'll slide too much, and it'll remind me of that dream, and I'll just be like a fucking jolt.
Wait, so like because of a dream, now you have that from now on, no matter what?
Yeah, when I was a little kid, yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I also can't sit not in first class because of my tailbone. People think that I ride in first class. People think that I ride in first class because I can and because of that. No, it's like, no, it's literally, I was doing a somersault onto my tiny little fucking bed as a little kid. And obviously in Mexico, the walls are made of adobo and shit. Not adobo. It's not food. Adobe. But I think mine may have been cement. Doesn't matter. The fact is I did the flip and my tailbone hit the wall.
See, you're feeling that still.
Yeah, bro.
I bet your bed is comfy, bro.
Oh yeah, man. I got the sleep number. Do you have a sleep number?
No, I'm be honest. I've been looking into getting a new bed.
Listen to me right now.
Are they nice?
Listen.
Are they worth?
Pay the $15,000, whatever it is that it costs.
I don't know how much they cost, but
yeah, it's up there.
Yeah,
but it's so worth it. But it's the best thing. It's the best thing. And think about it, right? Like the bed, you can make it shit whatever position you want to be in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why do you wink at me? Did I get that on camera?
You know what I'm saying? No, just so you know, I'm trying to give you ideas.
Okay.
It's very versatile.
Okay.
It is the place on earth for me. I cannot tell you how happy I am that tonight I'm gonna sleep in my own bed. There's
how long
no
you been
place.
Gone? How long you been gone?
Not that much, like 48 hours. So I left Friday. No, the thing is, I'm only here for 24 hours, and then I'm in New York from Tuesday to Wednesday.
Oh, you guys take off tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't have to go with the team, but there's an opportunity to do a bunch of these podcasts, so I'm gonna go, and then from there, hopefully, like I have this idea where I'm gonna go and I am going to not take any clothes with me.
Oh, I saw that on Twitter. I saw what you said. That's sick, shopping. Bro.
I'm gonna go
I like
shopping.
that. I like that.
All right, well, let's get into it, man.
Okay.
Who are you today?
My name is Hector Torres, aka Repulse. One of 3 of the Baka Bros. What else? I don't know. And a streamer.
Warzone specifically?
Warzone specifically, but I'll be honest, for anybody who tunes into my stream, you never see me playing Warzone half the time, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You like my man Castro. Castro doesn't play FIFA. He unpacks shit.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, people can say I'm a DJ streamer or whatever, but...
Is that a thing?
No, I don't know. I mess around with the Go XLR and I play a lot of music and I have strobe lights in my room and I just have fun. I don't really know what I'm doing.
Good.
I'm just doing it.
Good. Yeah. You got to make your own lane, pave your own way. I like that. But Call of Duty's where you started?
Yeah, Call of Duty. I mean, I am a competitive Warzone player, so I compete in tournaments. Not so much Caldera. I don't really have the passion for Caldera right now, but Verdansk.
What do you think about Fortune's Keep?
Really like it.
People are fucking talking mad shit to me.
Okay, look.
They say I got paid.
No.
Do you know how much it would cost for them? Do you know how much it would cost for them to make me fucking say something kind? $20,000. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Shanice, hit them up.
For one post, goddamn. No, I made that comment because I'm very critical of Call of Duty just as a whole, right? I've been the people at Call of Duty and the people watching and people that there was people that don't know me, right?
Yeah.
And they may have seen that I was like shilling for Call of Duty. What they don't know is that people in Call of Duty don't love Call of Duty the way that I love Call of Duty. I've been playing Call of Duty since 2005. Since Call of Duty 2.
Right?
I was just thinking about it. I'm like, I've been in optics since I was 26 years old. I'm 42. That's 16 years in the fucking game. You know,
my age, bro.
Yeah, Bill. Yeah, when I was your age, that's when I got on optic. Super happy about it, and shortly after, within 6 months, I took over. You know what I mean?
Hey, I know. I already know all this.
Do you? I don't know,
brother. I know all this, bro.
Yeah, they know that too, and they hate when I talk about myself. So, tell me a little bit more. Like, so this is who you are today. Who were you when you started this whole thing?
Okay, cool. So,
and how long?
Yeah, so 2 years ago. I can say 2 years ago. I was a licensed physical therapist assistant in the state of Texas. Graduated college.
Wait. Let's pause. So you do the cracking of the bones and shit?
So that's chiropractor. Everybody always says, you crack my bones. Yes and no. Part of it was like I have to learn every muscle of the body, every origin, every insertion, every nerve innervation, things like that. Pretty much my job was, okay, the PT, the doctor tells me, hey, Hector, this is what's wrong with him. You give him the treatment plan that you think he should use to get better. This is what he needs to get better at.
Yeah.
And then I would do. It's kind of like a trainer, but for old people.
Got it.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
So when I was giving you the rundown about like my tailbone, were you like, oh, I know what you need?
Yeah, I mean, I would have to see, okay, what happened.
You're not seeing shit. Okay, first of all,
I'd have to go in there.
So time out. We're not streaming right now. Okay.
Oh man, no, but yeah, I would. Yes and no. They gave me what actually happened, like on paper, diagnosis. I could see what's wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I did before streaming. Never expected any of this. I didn't even start streaming for me. I guess we'll get into that story if you want.
At some point, yeah. But I want to.
Okay, so yeah, and then that's what I did for about 2 years.
Before you got to there, before you got to your what did you say you were?
PTA, physical therapist assistant.
Physical PTA.
Yeah, PTA.
Gotcha. Okay, so before that, like where you grew up in Laredo, Texas, what was that like?
Oh man, Laredo. How can I describe it? Very hot, dry. It was cool, man. I love my city.
Cool or hot?
Cool as in the sense of like it's a cool place to live.
Yeah.
Not really. But
how close to the border is that?
Oh, dude, my college. I'm not kidding. Like true story. And I'm in my window. If I look to the right of my window, like where I sit, I can see Mexico. Like it's literally.
Which was it Nuevo León?
Nuevo Laredo.
No.
Yeah, Nuevo Laredo, and it's right there. Like technically speaking, if I wanted to go get like true Mexican food, I could cross the border, come back within 2 hours if I wanted to. So food in Laredo was always amazing.
Do you eat spicy food? You're a real Mexican?
I knew you were gonna say this.
You're not. I can tell you.
I'm a fake Mexican.
I can tell.
I'm a fake Mexican, bro. Yeah. I'm really bad at spicy food. Like I can't eat hot Cheetos. Like even hot Cheetos.
You know what it is? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna break everybody out here. If you're Mexican, you don't like spicy food. It is not your fault. It is because everybody gave you a trophy for just participating. All right. This is called the emasculation of the Mexican. The macho in Mexico needs to remain true to what it was. Anyway, so you don't.
No.
So how can I believe about what of Mexican food?
Okay, well,
Tex-Mex is one good hot salsa away from being the best Mexican food out there.
Yeah.
Right,
I mean, okay, look, so if it makes you feel any better, my dad would grow chiles in the backyard. So like he likes that stuff. So, I would eat stuff with chili in it, but I don't like spicy food. I would have to eat it. Like my dad wouldn't, but like obviously now it's my choice if I want to eat things.
Yeah.
Now I don't like spicy.
What about your girl?
She loves, bro. She is.
She's also Mexican?
Yeah, she's Mexican as well.
Real.
And she's real. She has ulcers, bro, from how much chile she eats. Oh my
God.
Not really, but.
Oh, I was going to say, it's probably the hot Cheetos.
Yeah,
My sister Genesis got some ulcers because of the hot Cheetos.
Really?
Yeah, she had to stop eating that shit. And I'm like,
you know, that's
weak.
common. I didn't realize how common that is. Like, I have a lot of friends who had to stop eating chile because they were getting ulcers. And yeah, they put chile on everything, bro. She is like chile fanatic. So,
Same.
Yeah.
Same. All right, so go on. You would go across the border and get some.
So I mean, it was cool growing up. Very different, right? Obviously, you know, it's Latinos. It's our growing up is very just, hey, you do this. You don't ask questions. You don't. It's not we were always put. At least for me, I was always put to work every Saturday, every Sunday. Shit, every day. It don't matter. I would have to go outside, do yard work with my dad, do anything. You know, obviously it built is different, right?
Yeah.
Built is different, but grew up like always working at the yard with my pops. You know, he instilled a very, at least I think, a pretty good work ethic into me because of how hard he was on me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, how old's your dad?
My dad is 60 now.
60.
Yeah, just turned 60.
Damn, so he was like in his 30s? Late 30s?
Yeah, around there.
Damn.
Yeah. I maybe a little bit later.
Dude, my dad had me when he was like 20.
Yeah?
Yeah, my mom was 21 and shit. She like attracted him with some gancitos and shit. She's like, it's like, Niño, come over. And here comes my dad, right?
Those are guys, just saying.
My dad goes to the handsome as fuck, suave and shit. Like we're about to make a man. You know what I mean?
Do you think that like changed like the way you were brought up because he was young as he was raising you?
I mean, you would think so, but since it was no, I think it's the eras in which you grow up that make you different because you know, if your dad's 60 something,
I think 60, just turned 60.
I think my dad is also like 61, 62.
Okay.
So I think it's the way that they were brought up that just was like that. It was the style of you know, making people like, my dad was the strictest dude ever. Like I'm talking about like strict as all fuck. Like the way that he raised me and the way that he raised my brother and my sister, my youngest sister, is completely different than the way that he raised me. Yeah. So hard work ethic. So you went to school, did the whole thing.
Yep.
What was high school like back then?
Oh man, I was so obviously, you know, I'm like 5'5", I'm super short. I guess middle school, I would get bullied all the time, bro. Like I was a kid always like last pick for everything. I was short, chubby, always getting bullied, always. Played video games all the time, and then when I went to high school, I decided, you know what, like I want to change. You know, I want to change. So I lost a lot of weight, like 30, 40 pounds, got in shape, started lifting, and then
started beating motherfuckers up.
Nah, never been that guy.
Dude, that's just, sometimes violence is sometimes the answer.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like definitely got into like maybe 1 or 2 fights like growing up. But I try always just to be the bigger guy. I try to at least.
Yeah.
But I grew up.
Not me, I'm petty.
Hey, you'll drop a full?
Yeah.
No, man. So yeah, growing up, I mean, never played any sports. True story, my dad was the head coach for all my sports growing up. Never played.
He didn't start you?
No.
Damn. Props to your dad, man. That's some real shit right there.
Yeah, like he was like, hey, like he's like, get better. If you want to play, get better. Yeah. And I mean, I'm this.
We need that. That's the sort of discipline. That's the sort of mentality that we need. In this age. I don't think my dad would have played me either.
Nah, dude, I was
luckily
horrible.
I was very athletic. And obviously, 100%. Yeah.
No, man. So never played growing up sports. I ended up weightlifting, Olympic weightlifting, and that's what I ended up loving. Did that, and well, now I'm here. You know, so growing up was pretty.
So you grew up playing video games?
Yeah, my entire life. So I've been playing Call of Duty since COD 4. So true story. When COD 4 came out, I don't remember how old I was, but I remember I was in karate, right? So my dad put me in karate when I was like 2 or 3 years old.
Came out in 2006.
2006? Yeah. Okay. I was 9 years old, 10 years old. My dad put me in karate since I was like 2 years old. So I was a black belt at the time.
That's a sport.
Right? Yeah. So I was a black belt, right?
And you still got bullied?
Yeah.
I would have let them things fly, dude. You know what I mean?
No. Well, okay, so in 6th grade when COD 4 came out, I told my dad, I was like, he still gets mad at me to this day. I quit karate and I just played video games. Like he was pissed. And I mean, I got really good at video games when I was in 6th grade, grinded COD 4, and then just played every COD since. didn't start like actually grinding CODs until Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3.
So you were 13 at the time.
13.
13 because Black Ops 3 or Black
Ops 3. I was definitely older.
Black Ops 3 was 15.
2015. This is 20, so 7 years.
14.
No, bro. I was like 18, 17.
I don't know math.
Yeah, I think I was 2015.
I'm thinking of Call of Duty.
7 years. 7 years. 19, 18. So I only started like learning about competitive and just that's when I started learning about all you guys and stuff like that. Optic and everything, seeing Scum compete. And then I tried competing. I went to like 2 LANs.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I went to 2, got smoked with 2 pickup teams. Just said screw it.
Which ones? Which MLG events? Were they MLG events?
I think you guys won both of them. And I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, I'm their good luck charm. Like,
yeah, hell yeah.
Literally. So I think it was Black Ops 3. It was in Dallas. Mm-hmm. One of them was in Anaheim. One of them was in Dallas. I don't remember which ones it was, but they were both Black Ops 3. And I think you guys won both. I'm pretty sure. So one of them, MLG Anaheim, and then MLG Dallas, went to both of those, competed, and got absolutely smoked. But it was a fun time. It was cool. Yeah, that was cool. And then did that. Then got home. After that, started just playing wagers every day.
While going to school
while going to school. So I would obviously that program takes it's a program, so it's not like just like I think there was like 200 people that apply and only 18 get in, and then from there, then that's just getting in. Then you have to go through the 4 years, whatever it may be, to like stay in the program, or 2 years to stay in the program.
Yeah.
And then so I would literally, so you know Diaz, right? Yeah. So Diaz, young prodigy, he was like 14 at the time. I would go to school, come back like at 6 p.m., 7 p.m., grind wagers at night, then go to bed. Same thing. And then weekends, go all day, study in the morning, come back home, grind wagers, then do it again. I just repetitive. And we'd play tournaments, played wagers. So we were broke at the time, obviously. Yeah. So we would play dollar wagers every day.
Damn.
Dollar wagers every day. We'd play 4 wagers every day.
So to make $4 a day.
$4 a day, so that way we could play every tournament on Friday. So we would do about $20, buy credits, and then play in tournaments. And so that's kind of like my competitive career as far as before streaming.
Yeah.
You know,
so what gave you the what made you want to start streaming?
Well, I didn't. It's all an accident, bro. Obviously you know Nick Merckx, obviously.
Yeah.
The GOAT. He was hosting an MFAM Gauntlet, right?
Yep.
We'll get back to that right now. But he was over in MFAM Gauntlet, and one of the requirements was you have one person has to stream, right? And I have a PC, but I didn't want to stream. And Diaz, me and him, it's me, him, and Lucky, the Baka Bros, right? We all play together, and Diaz is so good since I've met him when he was 14 years old. He's 19 now.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been playing together for 5 years. And I told him, ever since I met him, I was like, you have something that nobody has. Like, when I met him at 14 years old,
I
was like, you need to like at the time there was no WARZONE. I was like, you need to try to go pro. And he was like, oh, like.
What made you say that?
Because I played against pros. Like, I played against these guys, like, back in the day, wagers, tournaments. And the things this kid would do, like, you just know when somebody's different. Like, I think it's the consistency. Like, when you can never count somebody out, I think that's what truly makes them like a great player.
Yeah.
When you can be down 1v4, and when you don't immediately go, we're done. When you're like, all right, let's see what happens. That's when you know you have a good one.
Of course.
Like, so with him, the things I would see him do were just like insane and nutty. So I told him every day, never wanted to stream, right? And then we competed. We had to do the gauntlet, and once somebody had to stream, and I was like, D, like, this is a perfect opportunity. You need to stream. And he was like, nah, like, if you know him now, he's very like, he doesn't even have a face cam. He's very like shy. He just doesn't he's very introverted.
Yeah.
And
he needs to be put through the Hector machine.
Yes. Yeah. This Hector. Yeah. I've tried my best. So I told him, I was like, bro, you need to stream. You need to, And he was like, nah. Like, he's like, look. He's like, he later said, he's like, let's be like Nick and Neil. He's like, you stream.
Yeah.
He's like, you just stream, and I'll just play with you.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, like, whatever. Like, I didn't care. I just like, I genuinely, like, he's like my little brother. I genuinely just want to see him succeed.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'll stream. Streamed. He ended up playing in that tournament, getting the most kills out of anybody. He got MVP for that tournament.
Damn.
He beat, like, I think it was Mutex by like 20 kills.
Yeah. For
that tournament. So that was like let's say Tuesday, right? Sunday, bro. Nick has a tournament. And one of the rules for his tournament was he was competing in it. is you have to play with one of your subscribers. It was like a syndicate hosted it, and he said you have to play with one of your subscribers. So Nick was like, all right, let me go see who got MVP last week. Sure enough, he finds Diaz. He's like, I remember I was squatting at the time, right? And he's like, who's this Diaz guy? Who's this ADiaz_001 guy? He's like, and how does he have so much more kills than everybody? And so I called D right away. And so Nick tells Julius, hey, give me that guy. Let me see if I can play with him right now. I called D right away. I'm like, get your ass online. Like, Nick wants to play with you. He's like, Nick, who? I was like, Nick Merck. He's like, what?
Damn.
Yeah, bro. So he ends up, coming on, plays with them. They end up smoking everybody in that tournament. They ended up getting, it's like a 2-week, they ended up first and second, like the weeks. And Nick hopped him in a call, told him and said, hey, like, you have to stream. I don't care what you say. Like, you need to stream. He started streaming. So that's how that happened. And then same thing, like, because he told me to stream, we just ended up streaming together every day. And it was almost to make him comfortable to like,
yeah.
And then the rest is history, I guess.
Yeah. Well, tell me a little bit about that history.
Yeah.
Like,
so,
what hit me with some of the points that led to you sitting in this chair.
Yeah.
Right. Like, what are some of like the dopest moments you've experienced since that one moment?
All right. Okay. Cool. So that was in April of 2019.
Yo, isn't it fucking wild, right? Because in the vlog that you said that you've been watching us for a long time.
Yeah.
Did you ever think that you were gonna end up like?
Never.
I do. I always know that somebody watching, like right now, somebody out there is watching that's gonna be sitting in front of me one day. I know that it's inevitable.
Yeah.
And I've been saying this for the past decade.
Yeah.
Tommy Temper, like he's like big on the whole, like some of the brightest minds are like watching this space and are a part of this space. And it's an obvious thing for me, right? Like somebody out there is gonna be here again, and it's gonna happen for as long as we're doing this. So it's just like sick.
I agree. Like I agree. Like for me, I'm be honest, I always knew like what I was doing, and I think I wasn't happy with where I was at in life. And I always knew that that's not what I wanted, right? Like this kind of fell into my lap, and me trying to figure out what
was that feeling like?
It was horrible, man. I mean, like as far as like me feeling like I'm not content with life and not that, I mean, it's the most crippling feeling in the world. I'm being honest. Like at the time, I mean, now I've been with my girlfriend for 8 years now, and being with her, I knew that's who I want to be with. I'm like, how am I going to provide for her? How am I going to like, give her the life that I know she deserves, like my future kids, And it's like, yeah, I graduated college, but like, this is not what I want to do.
Not fulfilling.
Yeah, it's not fulfilling. So many people go on in their lives. I talked to my mom about this. I asked her, I'm like, are you happy? And she's like, I don't know. And I'm like, a lot of people wake up and they work every single day, but like nobody really likes to take a shot at themselves, take a chance on themselves. And I'm a firm believer in that, so given this opportunity, I full sent it. So, I mean, I guess I'll kind of go back, started in April, did it for fun, just, didn't think anything of it, competed in little tournaments, started off as a competitor, right? And then learned very quickly that I think I'm better at entertaining than competing, and which was cool, right? Yeah. Which is, I mean, I'm not bad at all to say,
Neither am I.
Yeah, go. So it was, so September came, or August came, sorry. Ended up playing with Swag a couple times, and I remember I told my community and Swag, I was like, if I ever hit 1,000 subs, I'll go full time. I'll quit my job and go full time. Like, is that it?
And at the time, where were you living at the time?
My parents.
Okay.
I just a month ago moved.
That's a good safety.
Yeah, moved away from my parents. And so August happened. Swag ended up hosting me, like maybe like a month after we had that convo. Hosted me. I didn't know what to do. Like, chat went crazy. I went from that night 500 to 1,000 subs, and it was like from that day forward, I just said, you know what, like literally 0.001% of people are ever given this opportunity in life. Like, I need to work my ass off, do as much as I can, just whatever happens. So my dad obviously was not happy.
What did he say?
He was pissed. He was like, "You think you're gonna make money in gaming? You think you're gonna be able to support your family?" And me and my dad, like growing up, we always butted heads a lot. We're very alike, so we were always neck and neck. But like that obviously brought us way closer together. But I told him, I was like, look, give me a year, give me 1 year, let me see what happens. Give me 1 year. And he was like, I don't know. Like, he's like, you just graduated, like, and I was like, Dad, I did what you wanted me to do. I graduated. I did, what the security net, right? I graduated college. I was like, now let me do something that I like love. And he was like, all right, 1 year. He's like, if not, you go back to work and then you're out of the house. I was like, all right. I was like, sounds good. So, and then
he fucking raised a baby. I just made a fucking dope ass deal with their kid. He's gotta get the fuck out regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, right?
Every listen, as a parent, Liv, if you're watching, obviously stay. You stay as long as you want. Okay, but you know what I mean? Like, get out.
Yeah, like actually, dude, my
Are you the only child?
No, I'm middle child.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're like the complete opposite. Like, they were like, don't leave. Like, they want me to. They were like, well, at least my mom was. My dad says he doesn't care, but my mom was like, no, like. I'm like, Mom, I'm 26. Like, let me get out. She's like, no. Like, she was like, right, whatever.
Yeah.
So, and then, man, I mean, I went full time, and I'll be honest, very blessed. Very blessed. Don't know what happened from. It's all a blur. From, let's say, August to April of the next year, hit 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, and then just like, I was just like.
What are you at right now? 20?
Right now, I haven't streamed in 20 days. So
why is that?
Moving. It was a lot harder than a lot, dude.
The Complexity's got streaming stations.
Yeah, they did. So it was a lot of like ups and downs. So we moved in. We took 6 days to get. Okay, so the reason why I didn't stream was I would have to wake up every day, let people into the house, working all day. They cut our fiber line. We had a leak in the roof where the whole garage like almost came down. Yeah, it was a nightmare after nightmare after nightmare moving into this house where it was just like boom, boom, ACs burning and sweat. It was a long process. Didn't stream for 20 days. So right now I'm sitting around like 12. So it's been still blessed, man. You know, it's been crazy,
isn't it? It's insane. I'm glad that your dad said, yeah, go ahead. If you would have said nah, what would you have done?
Still done it.
Yeah,
I would have still done it. I mean, if he would have said no, I would have still been like.
Well, you're like, Pop, look at my fucking bank account, kid.
No. So okay, so before I even did it, I just said, I was like I guess I convinced him because he was saying no, and I said, either way, Dad, like, I'm gonna do it, like, you know, I'm gonna do it. And so sure enough, ended up doing it. Then don't know what happened. April comes around, we're at 40K subs.
Damn.
Which is
that's paper. Bro, I would have one trick that worked for me, and if you guys are young and you guys want to just be like, Dad, I am you, and because I am your son, I have to do what's best for me. Period. Because I'm you. I have your same attitude. I'm gonna succeed because I'm you. They'll be like, yeah. You right. Do it. Run that shit.
No, man, my dad. I mean, he like literally the first time he ever told me he was proud of me ever was when I quote unquote made it in this. I still don't feel like I've made it yet, but like where he was comfortable, right? I showed him. I was like, look, like you said I couldn't make money on gaming here, and he walk, hey, you need a water? Hey, come into the hey, you need anything, son? He'd be like, my favorite son. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah,
like,
hell yeah.
Like joking, right? But like it wasn't until like I proved myself, you know what, like let me take a bet on myself. And that he was fine. Like first time ever in my life that he told me he was proud of me.
Yeah.
And which obviously, you know, is a big deal for us Mexicans. Like, you know,
I still haven't heard it. I know it is. I know it's true.
Yeah,
but,
man.
You know,
I mean, look what you feel, bro.
My dad's a man of few words the way that I am. But yeah, it does feel good.
Yeah.
I know it. I know for a fact. But that's cool. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
I've always been a really hard head. Me and my dad never butted heads.
Really?
He was just a quiet dude, very strict. Like I never fucked around because, you know, I knew there was consequences. Getting my ass beat. My mom and I butted heads a lot, but you know, she's my mom. You know, she can do whatever she wants. All right, so you're still living at home. Your pops is bringing you some Kool-Aid and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, so that ends up happening, and then so I start thinking long term, right? Like, I'm gonna be honest, HECZ, not because I'm on this podcast, but genuinely, like, I take a lot of inspo from you and the way you kind of like, you know, saw the future and you kind of thought ahead. And it's the same way I think with my boy. So like with D, I try to get him as comfortable as he can on camera because I know that built his brand outside of just, you know, gaming. Because that game dies, what then? You know, I want to help him build something outside of just that and build a personality. So I start thinking long term, and I'm like, okay, like, you know, we have a lot of success on Twitch, all three of us. You know, we're doing really good. I'm like, Caldera this year has been horrible. Like, it's been really bad. Not necessarily, obviously, the game.
You like Verdansk better than Caldera?
100%. Like, times 20. I love Verdansk.
Yeah?
I love Verdansk.
Do you like Verdansk because it changed, like, your status in your life? Or are you objectively saying that Caldera is not as good as Verdansk?
I can 100% objectively say that Caldera is nowhere near as good as Verdansk, because Verdansk, from a map flow, like when you play competitively, the flow of Verdansk is amazing. Like, just the way you're able to go from fight to fight to fight, like, it's so smooth.
In Caldera, you're like an RPG, right? You're fucking running for hours.
Yeah, you literally, it's a running simulator. Like, and they've added so many cool things to make it better, right? But at the end of the day, like, the foundation is the map. And if the map is 90% open in fields, you're just like, it's not gonna be good. That's why I love Fortune's Keep. Yeah. Because there's it's a lot of finesse. Like, I love it.
Love it. You hop on a fucking roof, go down to the bottom. It is the most fun I've had on any BR ever. Better than Verdansk, better than Blackout, better than even the last one. The last one was even more. The last one, what was it?
Talking about Rebirth, like
Rebirth,
Rebirth
Island.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah, Rebirth Island was, and I've been trying to convince the old men of Optics to switch over to Rebirth. Yeah, and they just wouldn't. And I'm like, dude, I'm tired. I'm like, I need to. Look at these. These are 42-year-old hands. I need to be in gunfights so that I could start like getting warmed up to the younger me. And they were just like, nah, it's just boring. I was like, what? He's like, stupid. And I'm like, God damn, just give it a fucking shot. So we would play a little bit. And at night, I play with my boys from home. Yeah. The other 40-year-olds with their own 12-year-old kids, high school friends, like literal junior high school friend of mine's. And we just play, and I'm they're having fun. Obviously, I'm fucking getting loose.
Yeah. 30 bombs.
Yeah, no. I think the most I ever got is like 21 kills.
Okay.
Tops.
Yeah.
And it was in one of their lobbies. It wasn't against people.
You gotta play with us.
Yeah. I'm down. Like, listen, if it's game battles matches, you don't have to fucking worry about me.
Yeah. You got.
That'll never go away. Right. And I can't play for cash. You know what I mean? I feel bad, and I just want to donate. You know what I mean? Be like, I got you, kid. I know. I've been there.
You can have the 5-5 diffuse, bro.
Yeah, 5-5. You can have the $5. One time, some kid was challenged Fwiz to Fwiz. Yeah. So challenged Fwiz to a wager, and Fwiz was like $10,000.
Oh shit!
it's like $1. Fwiz is like, let's do 10,000. It's like, anyway, all right. So continue, please.
So, that happens, and I start thinking long term, right? I'm like, okay, with Caldera being in the state that it is, obviously no longer COVID, like things are different. What's gonna set us up for success in the future, right? What's like, do I think just be content with where we're at right now and hope that nothing changes, or do I start thinking like long term, right? Because like I want the boys to succeed, like shit, probably even more than I want myself to succeed, right? I want Baka.
That's a good trait.
Baka to succeed way more than like REPULLZE, right? So I started thinking, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to move out. Like, I'm ready. And I'm like, but how do I do this? Because I can, choose a house with just me and Ashley, me and my girlfriend, right? And, everything be okay and get our videographer to move in and do content, YouTube and stuff like that. I was like, but, Modern Warfare 2 is about to drop. It's projected to be the best Call of Duty, right? Obviously, they said every year, but most sold Call of Duty in the last ever. Modern Warfare 2019 was the most sold Call of Duty, and that's what started Verdansk, which was crazy. Modern Warfare 2 is projected to be better than that. Warzone 2 is coming out. I started thinking long term, right? This is last year. I'm like, you know what? Like, I talked to Ashley, and I was like, I think I need to buy us, obviously it's it's my house, but I need to get us a house.
You went with that dude, Ben Wegman, yeah?
Yeah, Ben. Yeah, he's cool. He's nice.
Yeah, so the owner of the real estate company that he works for, Rogers, that's my dude.
Really?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Wow.
His company brought us all here. Like he not him, but like his company packed all our shit at the Scuff House and brought us all down here.
Oh,
shoot. I'm about to be on his podcast within the next month or so.
Full circle, bro. What the heck? Yeah, man. So I started thinking, I'm like, you know what? Like, I could, just get a house for just me and, Ashley and, be content with that, or quite like take a gamble and get like a bigger house.
Crib.
To be able to house everybody, and in the hopes that, we're all able to produce content together, and seeing the Scuff House, the vibes that you guys were able to get, and like us give that same, the biggest compliment I ever had, man, actually was one of the vlogs. Somebody said, like, you don't know how much these vlogs remind me of the old Scuff House. And that, like, I grew up watching that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up, like, you guys inspired me to do this. So it's like, seeing that, I'm like, that's the type of vibe I want to set. And so that's what we ended up doing. And now we'll see what happens in Warzone 2, Modern Warfare 2. But that's kind of what I did. We bought the house.
Wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
I got to time out. Where have you been? Oh, very cool. Yeah. I was like, I asked the new dude, I'm like, where the fuck is this guy at? Yeah, even the FedEx guy is like, no, he got another route. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, welcome back for as long as we have you, brother. All right. All right, let's so the guy that delivers our package, the UPS guy, like has been delivering our shit for like the longest time.
Oh,
right?
shit, he's like homie now.
Yeah. So we hadn't seen him in like a couple of months. I was like, yo, where the fuck you been? Because we'll I'll be driving, I'll see you, and we'll wave and shit like that. It's like the way that you're talking about inspiration and shit, like I used to see Casey Neistat with his UPS guy and that relationship that
homies,
they had.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, grab whatever you want. What's some controller? You play video games, grab all the drinks. You're like, yo, can I get a game fuel? I'm gonna take a whole fucking case, my man.
Oh shit.
So now everyone, FedEx, UPS, USPS,
They're all
everybody,
homies.
Yeah, they all come in, they grab their shit and then take off.
That's dope.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Give me a quick second. Let me say hello to sponsors really quickly. This week, as I was saying earlier today, Upstart is the sponsor of the day, one of them. Let me tell you a little bit about Upstart, right? Saying goodbye to high interest credit card debt is one of the first steps that you need to take in order to get to financial independence. But the interest month after month can feel like it's a never-ending hamster wheel where you're just no end in sight. And that is where Upstart comes in. We've all been there. Seemingly out of nowhere, you get hit by an unexpected expense bill, and when that happens, it can feel like the weight of the world is coming down on your shoulders, right? And it's normal not to know where to turn. Luckily, Upstart is here to help. What is Upstart? Well, Upstart Powered personal loans can help you pay down your high interest debt all online with simple and easy to understand payment terms. Not only that, but it has helped over 1.8 million customers on their path to financial freedom. So whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high interest debt, or funding personal expenses, Upstart can help you get one fixed monthly payment with a clear payoff date. Well, what does that mean? Well, essentially what you can do is you can get a loan from Upstart to pay. Let's say you have 3 credit cards. They all total $10,000, right? And on one of them you're paying 5%, another one you're paying 6%, another one you're paying 7%. So what Upstart does is it gives you a loan for $10,000 at an interest rate that's lower, hopefully, than your lowest interest on one of your credit cards. You'll pay off all those credit cards, right, all at once, and you only have to make one payment at a lesser rate, right? So that's how you get ahead. It's called consolidating your debt, right? And you can check your rate in minutes for loans between $1,000 to $50,000 without impacting your credit score. You can receive the funds as fast as one business day after accepting your loan. Don't wait and check your rate today at upstart.com/eavesdrop. That is upstart.com/EAVESDROP. That's upstart.com/eavesdrop. To check your rate today, don't forget to use the URL below to make it super easy, right? So check on the link that's listed on below. Make it super easy for you. One click away for you to get your first steps into financial freedom. Again, upstart.com/eavesdrop, and that is that for Upstart. So huge fan of that sponsor because it has helped a bunch of people. I get hit up about it all the time, and obviously they've come back to sponsor the podcast over, I believe, like at least at minimum 20 times. So obviously they're seeing a lot of the green wall using this opportunity. But we also have Honey. Honey has also come back a bunch of times, and Honey is something that we use here at the studio all the time. Maddie orders pizza from there and clicks the Honey button, and then you see the discounts being applied. So how do you feel about online shopping when you do? I love it. That's all I do. Last time I went to a brick and mortar, I haven't been to Target. I haven't been to Walmart. I haven't been to Toys R Us. I haven't been to any of these places in a long time. What I do is I shop online. It's easy. I know what my sizes are, so there's no need for me to go try anything out. And thanks to Honey, right, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. You don't have to keep them. You don't have to store them. You don't have to catalog them. It literally does the work for you. Honey is a free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one, the best one that it finds and applies it to your card, right? How it works, like imagine you're shopping at one of your favorite sites, as we just said. Maddie likes to shop at Pizza Hut when it's a viewing party or we're here shooting content. And when you check out, the honey button appears, and all you have to do is click apply coupons. What happens is that it magically scours the entire internet for Pizza Hut coupons that can give you a discount. You wait a few seconds as Honey searches the coupons. It can find for that one site. And if Honey finds a working coupon, you'll watch the prices drop automatically. It's one click. You don't have to do anything besides click it once, and you'll see the prices go down. Honey doesn't work on your desktop, but it also works on your iPhone too. Just activate it on Safari on your phone and save on the go. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out on a ton of cash. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting also this show, which I certainly appreciate. Thank you so much. I never recommend something that I don't use. That's a fact. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/eavesdrop. That's joinhoney.com/EAVESDROP. I'll also put a link in the description down below for you to just click and get on your way to saving some cash. Save that cash. Save that cash. That's one of my favorite ones that we do here, okay? Because it's like a magic button. It's like, well, too high of a price. Apply button. Apply coupons. Boom. Prices drop. Back to my man Repulse. Again, huge shout out to Upstart for sponsoring the podcast. So you got a big crib. You move the boys in. You're gonna create content. What sort of content are you planning?
Yeah. So for me, we'll kind of go each individual. For me, my YouTube is a lot of vlogging. It's a lot of going out to these trips, going out and like anything that we go out of town, we do together. I'll vlog it all. Challenge videos. We're gonna start kicking up a notch very soon. More Mr. Beast style. Very like high stakes, high reward type deal. Little by little, we're just trying to work around for YouTube. I mean, Baka. We're doing, we kind of mixing gameplay with IRL stuff in the Baka channel, YouTube channel, and then Diaz. Well, he's just Call of Duty guy. He's just posts 50s and 40s all day long on YouTube. And then Lucky, actually, I'm very proud of Lucky. He just started popping off like crazy on YouTube. So he's doing good. He does gameplay, but more like.
So it's like Lucky Shamu.
Yeah.
And then there's Diaz Bitful. Yeah. Okay.
So
just making sure that I'm keeping it on track. There's so many people, bro. You'll know. You'll learn this, right? Like the amount of people that are now in this industry. Like back in the day, you knew everybody, right? Call it all the way up to 2016. I can guarantee in my head I was keeping track of everybody's moves in the industry, seeing what everybody was doing. I would check in to see what everyone was doing as a fan and a peer. Yeah. And then all of a sudden 2017 hit, and like it exploded. Now everyone is doing it, and everyone's got like this like massive audience happening for them. I'm like, man, this is what I knew was going to happen. Yeah. I'm happy that I was able to take a ride with it, and be clever enough to do it the same but different every single year to where you can remain relevant, because that is the toughest thing.
It's hard.
I look at the class of 2010 of all the people that I was with, creating content for Machinima. Like there's a lot of them that don't even fuck with the internet no more, which is crazy to me. And this is going to continue to happen, obviously, to you. Everybody that you know today.
That's my biggest fear, man. I mean, that's why that's literally exactly what you said is why I want to try. I got the house is because I never want to like get complacent. I never want to feel like this is forever, right? I want to just keep working as hard as I can, so that way in 10 years from now, like every content creator always says, it's not a sprint, it is a marathon. Like take your time, like mental health important. Take days off if you need it, but like longevity. So that's why I'm thinking future. And like I said, with the house, hopefully, we're able to create way better content together than we would apart. And 100%. So everybody from like Lucky from LA, Diaz from Houston, me from Laredo, all moved in. I mean, there's like 8 people in there now, 9.
Well, what do you mean?
Yeah, so
they got their own girlfriends and stuff?
So it's myself, my girlfriend, Diaz, Lucky, my videographer, and we got our homie Rampage, who he's just one of our homies. She came, and then my other homie Tootie, that's 7, and those 2 are helping. So one of them's Diaz's YouTube manager, and then my editor's girlfriend. So we have about 8 people in the house right now.
How big is the house?
4,500 square feet.
Okay.
So it doesn't feel, and one of the big thing is that's why it took so long to get the house. I wanted to make sure that everybody felt like they had their own space. It wasn't like stacked. Everybody was really close. Everybody has their own rooms, and it feels very like Like,
but it's got to be distance enough to where you don't hear, the screams.
Yeah, which
all
I
of
like.
them.
Yeah. Yeah, literally all of them. Yeah, man. But yeah, it's been cool, bro. It's been a journey. It's been a journey to get to here, and hopefully all the hard work continues to pay off, and we'll just keep working.
So,
no matter what.
How did you end up on? So you were on my list, like the Baka Bros were on my list,
really?
Of potential pickups. When I bought Optic back, I obviously, like, I always kept my eyes out on things, and Kaylee.
Yeah.
Right. She was on my list, but she got picked up by FaZe. You guys were on my list. You guys got picked up by Complexity. But I was like, all right, these are potential like opportunities and moves that would like fit the Optic brand. Everybody was like, oh, Kaylee, I'm like, yeah, she's fucking wild.
I love Kaylee.
That's what the world needs. Like more.
Yeah, she's unapologetically herself.
Yeah, strong, confident women that just don't do anything but what they want to do.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
Yeah. So I think that's it. The story. I mean, I got the house and now just waiting to see what happens. Literally, it's a waiting room. We're in a waiting room right now.
What does your day-to-day look like, right? Like how many hours are you putting in?
Yeah. So normally right now, settling into the house now. Obviously, I think we're pretty settled in now. And my schedule normally is I wake up 2 to 3 p.m. every day, right? Then get up, work out with the guys. I'm trying to get them all to work out together. Either figure out YouTube with Kevin or plan YouTube. Then I just relax, get the mindset ready for stream, and I stream from normally 8 p.m. to like 5 to 4 a.m. around there. So
shit.
Yeah, I'm a night.
So you're missing out on sleep right now, or what?
Oh well, I didn't stream yesterday to make sure I have enough rest and I'm full of energy today.
Okay, well you're full of fucking energy. You want water? Are you good?
I'm good, man. I'm vibing.
This is brand new.
I'm
right
vibing.
there.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
You got it. All right, that's cool. So on the house stuff, aside from Call of Duty stuff, aside from Warzone stuff, like, is there any plans to do anything outside of that? Like, the reason I'm asking, right, is as you're building your career, you're in year 3 of this thing.
Yeah.
Like, you have a long road ahead, and it's something that I wish somebody would have told me back then was like, what's your side hustle?
Yeah.
So you have to have a side hustle. Right, you can't just put all your chips on one thing, right? So you have to, whether it's buying properties, the way that Shotzi's doing it, whether it's Seth with the investments that we do in businesses, like that sort of thing. Like, you have to keep an eye out for that, because you can just let your money sit there, but you can put that shit to work. You know what I mean? So, I would suggest just look at it, and obviously, like, look at how your day to day looks like, and then make your decisions on what you would like to be involved in, right? Like, when I started Pine Park, it was I like to smoke pot. I mean, obviously this state sucks, so I gotta wait like a long. No, let me rephrase that. This state is fucking awesome, except for that one thing.
Yeah, the one.
And obviously, like, the stupidity about abortion, how they feel they have the rights to do that. My body, my choice. Unless it's time to take a fucking vaccine, then it really is your fucking choice. You can't have it both ways. I don't want to turn it into a political thing, but common sense, be kind is the way that every motherfucker should live. Yeah. Right? If it doesn't make sense, don't do it. And if it's not kind to someone, don't do it. Mind your own fucking business. Yeah. Period. Yeah. But yeah, like that it was either gonna be, I was gonna make a salsa, I was gonna make a tequila, and I was just like, nah.
Didn't you have like salsa samples at one point? Or am I bugging?
I think you're bugging, but really? I think, or someone told you something that someone shouldn't have told you. You know what I'm saying? Because I was about to partner up with a couple of people, so I did have a bunch of samples that were sent over.
I don't know. I remember that vaguely, maybe.
Yeah.
But actually, funny enough that you said that, I actually have a meeting Wednesday with a financial advisor about like investments. So
yeah, well, good luck with that, right? Don't put it all there.
Yeah,
the people got their shit. You know what I'm saying? The shit took. Yeah. I mean, the whole system right now is down. But yeah, I would. I'm the majority of my investments are on things that I can personally influence.
Okay.
Right. Like the markets get played, but not at a significant value of what the net is. You know, just a small percentage.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Look, I got lucky enough to where I was able to find like-minded people in different areas, right? Rob and the Guggen boys, obviously the
I love that,
Garrett
yeah.
and them on the golf side, and on Pine Park, right? Like there's a lot of content creators in Pine Park or in the cannabis industry that like can't even monetize their shit. There's this dude named Dope as Yola who has like I think 2 million subscribers on YouTube.
Oh shit!
No, he's got a million plus, like 1.3 million subscribers on YouTube. But it has made $2 million, throughout his YouTube career. Has never been able to claim that money.
Because does he live in a state that it's not legal?
No,
or?
He lives in Cali. It's just that ads, like advertising. It's not even YouTube at this point, right? It's YouTube and all of these platforms trying to protect the cash flow of advertisers. If you're Coca-Cola, sometimes maybe you don't, maybe you do. But if you're Coca-Cola, maybe you do, maybe you don't want to have your content or an ad run on a cannabis consumption podcast or cannabis consumption tutorial or whatever.
Dude,
right?
That's crazy. 2 million, and he can't even claim it.
No, I mean I'm trying to connect them to the right people to even start an investigation, because if there was money claimed and it's showing you that money was claimed, then that is your money. Because
somebody grabbed it, right?
Yeah, that means that or it's just sitting there. It's YouTube, man. You have $2 million in one account means nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
A hair.
That's nothing, bro. But yeah, so it's not that it, like a lot of shadow banned. So like my Instagram, I am almost 1,000% positive is fucking shadow banned.
Shadow banned?
Yeah, because I was posting, I was reposting cannabis stuff on there.
Oh.
So like, I'm at 430 and have not moved from 430, and then my pictures or the posts that I do are like way below 5,000 right now.
Did you see? I've actually just had this conversation with the boys that Instagram is no longer pushing pictures. Did you see that?
No, it's just reels.
Just reels, and that Courage tweeted out. He's like something about how he posted a picture with him and Maddie, and that on Twitter that picture got like whatever amount of likes, and he was like everybody loved it. I posted on Instagram. He's like less than like 2% or something like that of people viewed it. And that's just because Instagram is no longer posting. So
that's right. TikTok has just like changed the game. Well, Vine changed the game, and then TikTok obviously came in and took over. But yeah, it's a known fact. And I mean, obviously, I don't know if I'm gonna be in jail or Instagram jail forever. And frankly, like I don't give a shit. Like I don't, I use Instagram more of just like cool moments for me to fucking, it's like an album that I can go back to when I'm older, and not necessarily like part of the gig, even though it is part of the gig, because you know what I mean. So I don't know, but I did notice it very, very like it was like night and day. So I was posting on my legal business, by the way, that it didn't do the things that it was.
Sucks, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
with
that type of stuff, you like. The top controls all that stuff. Like that's rough, man. That's rough. Yeah,
I mean, it is what it is. But anyway, yeah. So it's the industry is wide open, and the more that people realize, right? Like the more that people realize that this isn't a gaming thing as much as it is a YouTube entertainment thing, even a Twitch thing. Like the amount of people that haven't seen, let's say, what's the percentage, Matt? Top 1% is 50 people or more for Twitch. Did you know that? To be in the top 1% of Twitch, you only have to have 50 people watching you.
Really?
To be in the top 1%. To be in the top 0.01%, it's 300 or more or something like that. Yeah, it's fucking insane because of how many people are on the platform right there. And this is obviously from 2021 last year. To get into the top 1%, you need 51 more viewers.
Wow. I actually didn't know that. That's a great perspective.
How crazy is that?
Hey, damn, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
I mean, going back, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I was like, obviously, a lot of people are scared to take those leaps, like, which I think everybody should. Like, I think at some point in your life, you should try to prioritize yourself and try to just give yourself a shot, And for like looking back at it now, I'm like, why did I do that? Like, I'm thinking, obviously, it worked out. But I'm like, imagine if it just didn't. Like, like. That going back and thinking about the numbers back then is just crazy. Like that I quit my whole job, but I mean, I just took a chance on me, and hopefully, it did pay off, I guess, right? But that's nuts, man. That's crazy. Nuts.
Yeah. What am I looking at here, Matt? Yours? So you went from 20 in 2020 to fucking snapping. That's crazy. That's some growth, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank you, bro.
Yeah. So again, like don't just think about like this as a linear thing. You're not just a content creator that plays Warzone, right? Like you say, you're like a DJ.
Yeah.
Like when you said that, I'm like, oh my God, there totally is an opportunity to do that. I mean, the amount of watch parties that are happening now, the amount of people that are just doing react videos, like that is one thing that I was like, I never thought that I was gonna. I just never thought that because it always felt like I'm not saying that I don't believe this anymore, but there was a moment in time in which I was like, man, these guys are just like robbing other people's content and looking at it. And Optic is like like we get covered a lot, right? If you go to some news channels, as much shit as they like to talk, as much like fucking shade as they like to throw, like motherfucker, your channel would not, you'd be making less if you weren't talking about.
We have a lot of those in the gaming community. Yeah.
But it's part of the game anyway. But what I was saying is like there is a world in which like this thing just becomes even more of that, more personality driven than anything else, right? Like look at Tim when he's doing just like just talk, just chatting. Like it's just like the same amount. People just want to engage, right? People just want to sit there and be told how someone's day was because that's
personable. Yeah,
it's personal, but it's something that connects you with everybody else that watches the same. It's like listening to music, right? Like I'm a Wu-Tang fan. When I see a Wu-Tang person wearing a Wu-Tang shirt, like we have something in common, right? Like when I see somebody wearing Optic, like we have something in common.
Yeah.
So that's like the same sort of thing that happens. And the quicker that some of these people who are under the top 1%, people that are streaming to 10 people and are just fucking like ready to just quit, like have you thought about pivoting into something else is the number one question I would ask them.
Yeah.
If Call of Duty isn't your thing, have you tried Minecraft? If Minecraft isn't your thing, have you tried scrapbooking? Have you tried drawing? Have you tried like there's an infinite amount of things that have to do with your hobby that don't. There's this guy named Norm, Fishing with Norm, is the name of his channel. This dude, and I met him last year sometime through Guggen, but apparently this dude used to work at UMG. Do you remember UMG?
Yeah.
So he used to volunteer at UMG and he used to be a Call of Duty player and used to do his thing, right here, right? He couldn't do it. Like if you can you sort his YouTube channel by his videos to see what if he has got any Call of Duty shit in there? Oldest, right there. Nah, he may have taken it down, but he told me he's like he used to be a Call of Duty player, right? And it didn't work out. If you look at the pivot that he did, what's my other passion? He said to himself, he's like, I love fucking fishing.
I love that, bro. I love that.
Look at his fucking views.
Damn.
Yeah.
I always say this. I always tell people this, and it's like I told my mom this, told my dad this. Like, we all have something. I feel, and I firm believer that we all have something that we're like really good at. Like, just because you suck at one thing, like, doesn't mean that I feel like everybody just has to find what it is, right? If you're stuck, I don't know, whatever it is that you do and you hate it, like, I feel like if you have something that you're passionate about, you can always be good at something else, and you can make a living off of that, right?
Yeah,
like
Shotzi just walked out, so I'll say this. Like, I think that about Shotzi every day I see him, because obviously he's like, he won championships in Halo. He's a fucking incredible Call of Duty.
Yeah,
bro. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, which is the best sport, the best esport that he's best at, right? And obviously, like Call of Duty, as long as he plays for Optic, I don't give a fuck. He can switch to fucking Valorant. Like fucking Dashy, incredible at Valorant.
Dude, did you see that a couple of days ago? He outfragged Shroud in them.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, that's nuts.
Yeah, it's not. It's nuts from, like, if you put it into perspective, right? But it's not nuts when you sit next to him and you know him, right?
Yeah.
Before you know him for the last 4 years. Like, I've known that this dude's fucking different, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the thing, right? But going back to it, like some people are so. It's an ego thing, and I'm a big make your ego your amigo guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it has pushed me to do shit that I'd never thought that. Well, obviously I thought that I could, but if I wouldn't have given myself that chance that you talk about, if you're not willing to bet on yourself, you're never ever. No one's gonna cheer for you, right? You gotta have a little bit of self love, and I take it to another level sometimes. You know what I mean? But I do it more for comedic purposes. But at the same time, like it's taking me places, and if you can shut your ego down and say, you know what? I'm not going to be the best Call of Duty player in the world. Maybe I should try managing Call of Duty. And he's like, oh, cool. Maybe I should start just making montage videos.
That is exactly that's exactly what I did. Exactly what I did. I remember Diaz, I was his duo at one point, right? And I just knew I was holding him back. Like, I knew I have this kid who was literally like the best, and we got second in like a $50,000 tournament. Like, like we shouldn't have gotten second. It was on me. Like it was on me. And I was like, he's too good. Like he's too good. I remember having this, I was like, you know, like the stream was doing good, obviously popping. Like I would prioritize like just having fun, turning up, like, you know, like entertaining, just having a good time instead of just locking it in and trying to be the best Call of Duty player. And I had this conversation and I was like, you know what, man, like there comes a point where like I can't hold you back and I have to understand what I'm good at. Like, you know, where my best trait is. You know, I will always compete. I'm super competitive. I love it. Right? We've won a good amount of Warzone tournaments. Like we've done really good, but that is never going to be what I label myself as. And then going back to what you said, it's like if people ever come to my stream, it's never Warzone. Like that's why I say like same thing with D. I tell him like, yo, like set yourself up for the future. Same thing like for myself is the same thing. I'm like, I don't ever want to be labeled as a Warzone player or as a whatever. I never want to put it in one box. Like we host Warzone lands. We host, we have big plans. I'll tell you, can't talk about it yet. I'll tell you off this.
I was just telling me right now.
But we have some cool things that it's completely different from gaming that we're about to host. Like for me, I do IRL streams where I just like, I'm in the kitchen just vibing, cooking with Ashley, things like that. You know, because I never want people to come to me just because of the game that I play.
Yeah.
And, you know, actually, it's actually worse for me, to be honest. I'll do an IRL stream will go crazy. I do a Call of Duty stream, and right now, nobody wants to watch Call of Duty. So it's just like highs and lows, man. But I never want to put myself in one box. I try to do what you said. And just, you know.
That's, and this is like, it wasn't common knowledge to do that back then. Yeah. Right? Like, it took building and testing for the last decade for people to even get to the point to where they're at today. Yeah. And still to this day, like there's a lot of things that can be done better. There's a lot of things that can be improved upon. More importantly, like the predicting the future is not the hard part. Executing on the prediction of that is always going to be the toughest part, which is why I'll always have the leg up on fucking everyone. Because I am 42 years old and I understand the value and the importance of patience. Yeah. Because if you know, young people, that's the one thing, they cannot fucking wait. Even when you were a little kid, you were like, I can't wait to be old so I can beat your ass, Dad. When you're getting your ass beat, I'm like, I'm gonna beat your ass.
That was definitely me.
Yeah, I thought about that, but then I got scared. I'm like, I wasn't thinking that. Pop, no,
don't hit me, Dad.
But yeah, people like the young are always gonna be like, man, I need this shit now. I need this shit now. Yeah. But when I started this thing, I was 20. When I truly started, I was 29. So I had already lived like a fucking full corporate life, fucking annoying shit, right? Like life, grown up, bills, fucking recession, housing market. Like I lived through fucking, you know, lives that should have fucking broken shit. Yeah. And then magic happened. The internet happened, and YouTube happened. Call of Duty happened, and then this fucking crazy world happened. And now I just know that patience, like for the last 3 years, when everybody was gaining traction on Optic, gaining traction because Optic was, you know, what it was, I was like, it's not always gonna be like this. Yeah, right? Like this is gonna be good. And then when I got Huntsman, I'm like, all right, cool. Huntsman's gonna be the shit. Huntsman's gonna be the shit. I just gotta be patient. It's just blah blah blah. We luckily we have a fucking incredible fucking fan base. The Green Wall is the best that it will ever fucking be. It's the most legendary fan base in esports. Period. You know what I'm saying? Prove me fucking wrong. Because no matter where we go, no matter where we go, right? I was just at this Apex thing this past weekend. It was fucking loud. Yeah, it was loud, man. And I gotta tell you, I was impressed with the esport. Obviously, I think it's probably one of the most exciting esports right now. But the crowd was insane. I hate crowds that take themselves so seriously that they can't cheer loud as fuck. Yeah, where else are you gonna get a chance to scream at the top of your lungs for something that you like alongside thousands of other people that also like what the fuck you like?
Dude, you know what I mean? I agree. Like that's I think what makes like those events, like obviously when you guys were competing at like MLG, whatever, like certain cities, right? You knew, okay, like I think Anaheim was like, you knew Anaheim was gonna bring the hype. Like certain cities, like same thing, like NEU, right? When you guys go like to like those events, they get crazy over there, right? Yeah. I mean, so I don't know. I agree. I wish I would have gone to that because me and the boys even talked about it. We're like, Warzone 2 isn't good. We're moving to Apex like that. Seeing
Apex
this weekend,
is dope, dude.
It's fun, man. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, I fuck with Apex heavy. We didn't have a great showing. I was just actually talking to Seth, who came in here. He's like, who's fucking touching my setup? Shit, because we were doing the Oakley show. You were sitting there. I was sitting there. I was changing like the fucking sensitivity.
No, you did.
Yeah, I did. He plays 6.6. I play 5.5 sometimes, so it was too fast. doesn't play with fucking steady aim on for some reason.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so I was like, had to turn that shit on and did a whole bunch of stuff. Anyway, long story short, he's like, dude, this is the fucking worst year ever. Blah blah. I'm like, yo, like think of put things into perspective. Like, you guys aren't failing because of shortage of talent, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, we won the first event. It's not, like, we literally had an injured player that had to sit out for fucking half a season, and you guys are being too tough on yourself. The fans, not the fans, the real ones understand fucking logic. The fucking morons, the fucking the literal morons that I mute on a daily basis happily.
Yeah.
Right. How I hit them with the follow so they get a notification on their phone. And be like, oh shit, Hex followed you. And then he goes,
block.
Oh, block. Right. But I'm like, yo, take it easy on yourself, right? Like, the season's not over. Like, fucking focus on the things. He's like, man, it's just like we lose, and people forget. And I was like, well, at least you only got shit talked once.
Yeah.
About your loss. I got shit talked about the Valorant loss, about the Apex loss, and y'all lost. And I didn't even get a chance to play, right? I'm getting shit talked about somebody else's actions. Put a controller in my hand, and sure, I'll shit talk me before I lose, for sure. I didn't even fucking lose. It was y'all. So I'm like, put things into perspective.
Oh man, I love that. Oh, I mean, you guys, ride or die community that you've built is nuts, man. It don't matter what game you guys are. You put that OG logo on there, people are gonna follow y'all, man. That's I feel a big part of that is like you guys in the content, just getting to know. That's longevity, when people get to know you, right? I think that's what you guys have done so well. It's like, of course, even me, 5 years behind, right back. I fell in love with you guys and your guys' personality, who you guys were. Obviously, you guys are great at video games. That was cool. That's how I knew who you guys were.
Thank you for saying you guys.
But I stayed because of all the content you guys produce. Like, it's like you get to know who those people are. So that's the same thing. I'm grabbing that model and trying to do it for us, right? And it's like, that's same thing with Diaz. I'm like, please, dude, like, you got to build your brand outside of just being the best in the world. Like, you got to, so.
Another piece of advice: never defend yourself. When you know you're right, don't fucking waste your fucking breath. They don't fucking deserve it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you got to think about it from your perspective. This is what I sometimes always tell Seth. I'm like, no matter how hard you want to defend yourself, just know that your punch is going to hit a lot harder than whatever the fuck these fucking creators are saying about you. You know what I mean? You could ruin their life. They might just not. You have that sort of power, so don't punch too hard. Yeah. Right, so it's double-edged sword. Don't fucking defend yourself, especially when you're right, man. They don't fucking deserve it. They should know goddamn better. You know what I mean? Well, dude, I mean, I'm happy that you're having the success that you're having. Obviously, from one brother to another, and also like really, really happy with where you guys are going. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. I like the new perspective that you guys are bringing to the game. So super excited to see where you guys go from here, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you having me on here. More than you know, man. Thank you. Full circle, bro.
Hell yeah.
Went to watching your videos every day with my girlfriend when we were, 17 years old.
Damn.
Just watch it. I would force her. And then she's like, it turned out she's like, hey, when are we gonna watch HECZ's vlog?
Yeah. Well, they're coming back this week, so be on the lookout. I'm gonna be in New York for the next week, so be on the lookout for those vlogs as they'll continue throughout the week. So again, huge shout out to Upstart for sponsoring the podcast. Thank you, Repulse, for stopping by. Shout out to you and your crew, and we'll see you guys later. All of his information will be in the description down below. Make sure to go follow. Make sure to continue to support this dude as he goes on his path to become one of the greatest. See you guys next time. Goodbye.
Peace.